I'm sorry, I wasn't just on a roll. I was on a bagel and a grinder and a submarine.
Yeah.
I think we have...
I think people need to hear this stuff, honestly.
Yeah.
You guys are so polite.
I have to be honest.
I'm sorry.
I feel really depressed about it.
No, you shouldn't. The new technology, see, there's a lot of hope because everyone can make a movie. You don't have to have money anymore. That's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I think, as far as with all these movies out there, independent movies, it would be hard to be seen, but...
Yes, that's the problem.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you about Netflix, and because that one is a pay-for service, so I'm wondering, is it hard to get your movies onto Netflix?
But they're moving in the direction of top 20. They're moving away from the long tail to the top 20 tail. They also pay very little, and they also they're proud of that. In fact, there was a big article in our financial newspaper called Barron's, where Netflix is bragging about we make kabillions and kabillions of dollars, and we only had to pay 10 cents for all the content that we've shown this year. And unfortunately, that is true. They also on their automatic. They have a streaming service where they you can buy a download, or you can get a streamed movie immediately, and you don't have to wait for the mail. And those there are a lot of movies they're not buying. They're not playing everything. They should, but they're not. So we need the internet so that we don't have to rely on Netflix, and that we all need the level playing field of the current internet, which is governed by net neutrality. So everybody has equal opportunity on the internet. That's the way it is now, and that's the big hope. That is the only reason why Troma's website gets about 500,000 people poking around on it every month, out of which a number of them buy our stuff. And if the quality of service for Troma goes down to the quality of public access television or the dirt road, and if the big time mainstream television and the big $100 million movies have a superhighway, the public will naturally just go to the superhighway and take the baby food. We already have that in television. We have a couple of companies that control 500 stations, and at least in our country we have something. We have NBC, which is owned by Universal and General Electric, and then there's CNBC, and they take the pieces of NBC shows and reformulate them, and then there's MSNBC, which is owned by NBC and Universal and General Electric. So you can have 500 channels, but they're all playing kind of the same stuff. So we need to keep the internet free and open. And if you go on YouTube, I've made a couple of public service announcements. If you type in Lloyd Kaufman and media consolidation, or Lloyd Kaufman and net neutrality, I've made some public service announcements to try to appeal to. They're humorous, or they're entertaining because it's a rather dry, boring subject. So I've tried to make it kind of amusing so young people will understand it and perhaps contact their elected officials and make sure that they tell their elected officials that if they want to keep stealing, they need to be elected, and we're not going to elect them if they let net neutrality die.
Well, thank you for telling us about this. I had no clue, to be honest with you. I probably could have found out if I had looked into it, but
the
public
doesn't. The public is sorry.
How much progress do you think they're making on abolishing net neutrality?
They're making a lot of progress. A judge just said that our Federal Communications Commission, the government agency that wants to keep net neutrality, our government says that the FCC doesn't have the right to enforce it, and that only if Congress makes laws enforcing it. And then last week, our biggest phone company and Google have made an agreement that they're going to have different. They're going to have superhighway for the rich and elite and crappy service for, and well, not, you know, they didn't use the word crappy, but you know, that's what's going to happen. So that's already, the first step has been taken, and it's going to keep going. And unless the public gets Congress to pass laws, at least in our country. Now, I don't know what it's like in other countries. I don't think China's got a very free and open system, but I don't know what's going on in other countries, but the greatest source of information right now is the internet, and at least in our country. And if they get rid of it, we're screwed. We're going to be real. It's going to be 1980. It really is going to be Brave New World, or 1984, or whatever you want to call it.